What up, YouTubers? This is Evan for Grips.com, coming at you with yet another video. In the spirit of Sunday being such a fun day, I figured I would switch it up from the boring old cash game videos and play some sit and goes. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for them, so here they are. Uh, you can laugh at my inability to play a short stack. It's been a while since I did these things, but I'm still probably better than most of these guys playing here. No offense to any of you guys if you're watching this video, but hopefully you're not. So, you guys by now should know that you can get free $8 on Pacific Poker. So the question is, what do you do with the free money once you get it? Well, I think if you're looking to build the bankroll up and have the best chance of making that $8 last without having to put in another deposit, then these six-handed poker cam sit and goes are a really good way to go. They pay the top three, which in six people is pretty unheard of. So it's easy to get at least your buy-in back, and you can also you have a bigger edge in these things than you would in a normal sit and go because most of the time you can read your opponents, except when you got assholes like Raul who's just aiming the camera at his junk. But I mean, what are you gonna do? uh, Ace King. Nah. My favorite is seeing the guys who are just like drinking real hard on these things. They do some ridiculous shit. I've been raised called off by 8-4 offsuit. Um, Called off chip lead versus second place by like king 3 off on the bubble. Like shit that just doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Happens here at 888.com, so worth checking out. So first I'm just gonna, play pretty standard strategy. I'm gonna play a little bit loose in the first three blind levels while there's actually some play. The blinds go 10-20, 15-30, then 25-50. Thereafter, there's a big jump to 5100 and things get fairly turbo-y. Bets 20 and looks really disinterested. All right, I'll raise, bro. Oh, ambushed. Was I right with two away at least? Do you even know that action's on you? Must be something real good on TV. Um, So yeah, when there's a little bit of play, it's worth splashing around a little bit, trying to get involved with the weak players while they still have chips, and being the most likely person to get their chips. Kind of like Buddy who just did it with second pair on table one. And then once the blinds get big, it's just about, yeah, nice bet call ace-8 and nice swig of what you got there. A little whiskey? Nice, bro. Real nice. Yeah, once you get to the later stages, it's about knowing how to push fold properly, knowing which hands you have to shove with, and then knowing which hands you have to call off with, understanding bubble dynamics. I'm not going to go over any of that in this video because we simply don't have enough time, and I don't really have that much knowledge when it comes to that stuff. But for people who really want to get good at sit and goes, at least you know what you need to be looking for and what you need to be researching. So I'm trying to get one more going, but no one wants to play, so I'm gonna try to play one of their nitros. These are like, oh, damn, all in, call, fold. Hmm. This must be the $1 turn. No, it's the $3. Reshipping a lot of bigs with ace-9 suited. Hmm. So bad news for guys who like to see a lot of flops. In these sit and goes, since your chips are kind of precious, you don't want to splash around too much from early position, and you actually want to be playing a reasonable range from the first couple of seats. When it comes to flatting other players, though, you have a lot of flexibility and options with that, and three betting as well. So don't feel like you're completely handcuffed. You just shouldn't be opening too wide. When the blinds are small, there's no antes and there's not a lot of incentive. Ah, this is the $1 one. Table 3. Not gonna try to bluff into 4 people, but 30 into 730 seems good. Big raise. But I have jacks. This looks like I'm unbeaten by jacks. I go. Whoa, cold call. And he's saying, wow. Damn. Well, I think I'm pot committed. Jacks, 30 big blinds. Cut off button, small blind. Whatever. And, what a cooler. Um, Other option would have been to flat, but I'm probably going broke on that flop, so just unlucky there. And what the hell this guy cold called a third of his stack with and then folded to an all-in, I have no idea. But whatever. See if I can get another one just to keep us going. Oh, yeah. Get there, get there, get there. Ah, we're in. And these things you have to play well, but it's really more important that you just run well. In fact, you could play like a total fucking donkey, run like God, and still win the thing. Um, that's not to give you guys permission or free reign to do that, because if you care about your money at all, that's a bad idea. But not saying the best player always wins. Okay, we're definitely gonna isolate this limper with the ace-5 suited. Hopefully play a heads-up pot, and hopefully he's more interested in that cigarette than this hand. Flop. Peace. You know, I think min raise. What? Okay. Might have to be a little careful here. It's pretty scary min bet. I'm just gonna call. No, don't time me out. Close call. No club. Anything but all in, bro. 50, 50, 50 works. Call. Chop. And this is why I was telling you guys that 888 Poker is a good place to have your first online poker experience. It's pretty soft. Um, Now, for those of you who, maybe you really don't like sit and goes, maybe it's not your thing. You don't want the slow building bankroll process or whatever. There are a couple of other options for what you can do with your free $8. If you're the kind of person who likes to just go for a big score um, and turn that $8 into $800 or $1,000, call one time. There are some really good tournaments on here, like some $1 rebuys, where with $8 you can actually get a legitimate amount of bullets for it. And also they have some $2, $5 MTTs that pay a few $100s to first place. And I think that $1 rebuy actually pays over 1,000 to first place. So it's a good way to build it up. The other option, if you're a bit more on the degen side, is to take the $8 and just go straight to the blackjack or roulette tables. I mean, after all, it was free money. You've got nothing to lose. So you can take it there, try to run good, and if you hit an amount where you are comfortable with that being your bankroll, whether it's $16, $32, $50, whatever, then start playing poker. I mean, that way you have a better chance of having like a comfortable roll that you can realistically grind some cash games or some tournaments with, and you really have no downside. I mean, if you lose the free $8, tell your buddy to open an account and that you guys will go 50-50 on it, and you just got another free $4 and repeat the process. So this four-handed nitro that I'm playing pays three positions, and it's a bit of a turbo. So the strategy with this one is to try my best to accumulate chips early so that I can then push fold properly in the later stages and just lean on people, take advantage of the big blinds, and just try to pick up all the dead money that's there. Um, Other option is to just play tight and then hope to win the races or fake races that come later, you know, when you have like kings against ace queen or ace king against ace queen. Should be a sure thing, but it's not, so you could still kind of consider that a race. Oh, two away. You want a big pot? All right, well, let's play for it. Bet 55 to try to rep the pot, the five. Ace king on table two. Always going all in. We don't call the flop and see if we hit when we get ace king in a tournament, and in most spots in a cash game, we just get the, what the fuck? Seriously? That's cold as ice. Given how bad I have been running on my $100 deposit to 888, if I do get knocked out of this tournament, which I most likely will, I am not going to add another one to fill up the screen space. 100 into 2000, I can't fold. Doubt I have the best hand, but doubt I'm ever folding. Okay, here with ace queen, I'm just going to isolate. Flatting's okay too, but I'm really not trying to play a multi-way pot with ace queen offsuit, so rather just get this guy heads up and then try to crush him. It's bet really small, so it's hard for him to fold. Yeah. Huh. Check it, bro. Check, 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 check. Got him. What are you doing? That's why we bet small. Jack 3 suited. It's one of my friend's favorite hands. So, in his honor, we'll try to make a comeback with one of the worst hands in poker. Ooh, you guys are betting and I have the nuts? Nice. Speed. Speed or a 9. One time. Yeah, call. Nice hand, bro. Yes! We're back in the game. Oh, yeah. All right, king, queen. Obviously going to raise it up four-handed. Six-handed under the gun. You could go either way. Four-handed, that's getting raised every single time. Oh, can't chat when a player's all in. Terrible. Yeah. Looked like ace-king. And the cool thing about these tables as well is not only can you see the other players, but if you configure your microphone, you can chat with the other players. So it's kind of fun to have that dynamic. It makes for a more like friendly, jovial environment, and just definitely makes the game like a lot more fun. And we see another atrocious play. Good game, Raul. Good game. Sad thing is he's playing like that and he's still got more chips than I do. Maybe I can nip my way to the top three. Get my dollar back. Oh, $3. 10-3 suited. Nope. You can definitely call with more hands against worse players. I think taking it all the way to a 10-3 suited, though, is a bit of a stretch. And that's a pretty good flop for me on table one. So just get a little more money in there. Ooh, did not mean to fold that. That's okay. All in? Sick trap, bro. I got a royal flush draw. What you got? Flush. Oh, royal flush blocker. Nice hand, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Donna doesn't look like she's interested in that flop. I'm all in. Damn, king no good. What happened there on table three was I was trying to hit enter on table two, table one to send my message, and pop up table on action. Enter is raised, so I misclick raised. Um, Good thing for me to learn that lesson, so you guys don't have to learn it the hard way. Don't try to chat on one table when you have cards on the other table. You might get screwed. Oh, nice. I might actually get my $3 back. Oh, shit. Okay, table three, 7 big blinds, suited ace cut off, all in. No sense in raising smaller. Okay, I'm actually gonna try something silly, even though the pot odds are good. Since I really want him in cash, I'm gonna fold and hope that Swooper can beat Raul. 6-4, get there. 6. And I timed out on table four where I should have shoved. I'm just playing terrible today. Oh, and I got 2 outed? What the fuck? I'm never playing on this site again. It's fucking rigged. Do I want to play again? Hell no. Rather play on Poker Stars. I should title this video How Not to Win at Sit and Goes. Can't imagine it would get too many views. Oh well. If you guys want to see me actually winning one of these, I won one yesterday and recorded it. I could do a review of that, although I find it's not as fun looking at it after the fact, but let me know. Look at Donna, 4-6-3-1, all smug, hitting 2 outers, calling with pot. Oh my god, not even a sweat. Oof, bad beats everywhere. I take back what I said in the beginner's guide to online poker video. I don't think I can recommend 888. It's just way too, doesn't seem real. Value shove 10-8 high. That's how you play poker, boys and girls. I got so far to go in this thing, don't I? 14 remaining. My place, 14th. Ooh, club. 10. Joke. Mr. J. Peters knows what's up. Use that big stack to lean on everyone. Because when the short stacks don't get cards, there's really nothing they can do. They can't call you off with nothing, but you can keep shipping it in on them with nothing. So until they wake up with a hand, you're going to be getting those chips. And even when they do pick up a hand, if you've been stealing enough pots, then you can afford to withstand that blow. Oh, bad stop and go on table one. Well, I got one dream left. It's not a very exciting one. All in. Time to run good. Either in him not having a hand or me sucking out. That's the cool thing about shoving, even when you don't have a real hand, is that if your opponents don't have a good enough hand to call you, it doesn't matter what you have. And even when they do, most of the time you still have like a 30-40% chance of sucking out. And that's pretty significant. Even worst case, you're going to win 1 out of 5 and think of how satisfying it is to just stick it to them. Just like that. All right, let's get this comeback going. Let's rail the other tables. See if we can get any reads. And this is something that I like to do when I'm playing multi-table tournaments. When I get deep to like the final 4 or 6 tables, I like to keep an eye on all the other tables to see if anyone's playing really out of line or if anyone's playing really well, so I know who to go after and who to avoid once the tables get merged, rather than being completely blindfolded and having to just kind of make all my decisions on the fly with no information. Would have shoved this hand, but I don't think I want to call off with it. Takes a much stronger hand to call than it does to raise. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention about the early stages is that if you're going to come into a pot, you should generally come in raising. You shouldn't be open limping. It's just not good. Final 2 tables. So close. So close. Let's go. I mean, this tournament was bigger than all the other ones. If I can actually pull this out, could turn a significant profit on this session. And that's the one thing I do like about these nitros, is that since you're playing with 20 people and they only pay top 3, you actually get a pretty significant payout compared to your investment. Whereas in the 6 maxes, the most you can do is triple your money. These things, you can tenfold it. And a min cash isn't your money back, it's quadruple. Oh, man. I hate folding there, but I think if I'm going to put any more money in that pot, given that it's like 15% of my stack, I'm fairly committed. So, given that I didn't want to play for stacks with that hand, I just got to let it go. Sometimes just got to check fold a pair. Could have also just open and ripped that shit pre-flop. Nothing wrong with that. There's a good flop for 10-8 of clubs. Or for jack deuce offsuit. You guys ever find that like Whenever you fold garbage hands, you like would make like two pair or trips or like a straight and just always end up having the winner, especially when the other people have aces and like kings and shit. It's funny how that happens, huh? Don't really want to look at this ugly mug on table one anymore, so we're just gonna look at some mountains instead. See, even when you put it in with the worst hand, you still get there so often. And now blinds are massive. Fold one time. Thank you. My apologies for this interruption. Hello? Yes, definitely. Thanks. Bye. Apologies. Duty calls. All right, we need a hand. We need a hand, and we didn't really get one. But we are in last place, and even if I get called by 2 overs, I've still got decent equity. Next hand, I'm gonna have to put in 25% on my stack blind and probably get a worse hand than 8-7 off. Might as well just go for it. You can't be afraid to bust in these things, sit and goes in tournaments alike, especially when you're like the short man on the totem pole. Like you really have nothing to lose, and it's not like by folding I'm gonna make it to the money. Pretty, pretty far from that. So yeah, just gotta go for it. Yeah, nice hand. Thanks for letting me know. If this guy folds, the kicks is going in, but we're not calling off with it. No way. Nice hand. Core. Damn. Wanted to get closer to the final table. Probably not gonna happen. Just need to get lucky on one hand. One hand. Just need to get lucky on one hand. We got ace 10. Let's go. Rip it. God. It's like they can see my cards or something. Quate? Yeah, that's in. Come on. Yes! Yes! We are back in it. See? You just gotta gamble. Gotta have no fear. And now? And now we're in fucking second. Boom. Jack. Damn. Die, buddy. Why are you asking me about my results? You know they're terrible in these things. I won that one the other day. But no, I haven't won a nitro yet. I'm really hoping I can box this one out. There's not much skill with this miniature. There's skill in picking up pocket nines. There's the words from the master. There's no skill in tournaments. Just try to get a good hand and go all in. I really hope this guy isn't trapping. My hands, I got a good hand. I have to go all in. It doesn't matter if he might be trapping. Ooh, that's cool too. They let you know what your equity is in the lobby. All right, I'm gonna rip. We're on the bubble. These guys need like a really strong hand to call, given that we're getting so close to the money. And 7-8 suited has really good equity against many hands. So, gonna use my chip stack and my hand to my advantage. And yeah, cool thing about Pacific is on top of On top of your position, they also tell you what your equity would be, or they tell you what you would get paid if you finished in that position. So in MTTs, when you get the chip lead, you can feel like a real boss, that you could expect to make that much, even though you rarely end up maintaining. But, man, these 8 big blind decisions are really tough. But good news for you. Whatever. You guys can see that. I do have a good piece of news for you guys. For anyone who's interested in sit and goes, including heads up sit and goes, and how to play them optimally, if you go to hold'em resources.net/HR/SNGs/. You know what? Just go to Google, search Nash Equilibrium Poker, and this is like the 3rd or 4th result, and it tells you what hands you should be shoving with based on how many big blinds you have heads up, as well as which hands you should be calling with. They call the pairs pockets. All right. It's easier to shove than it is to call, right? Decision's on you, Jay. I can withstand the beat. You can't. Blinds are up. Time to blast. Give me that 750. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm doing it again. I'm the big stack. We're on the bubble. No one's getting by me. Don't like to get maxed, but 2-1 and I got an ace. Even against the 5s, I do have the right price. The one thing that sucks is I give up a lot of oh, or maybe I don't give up any leverage. Nice nut. Oh, this is cool. So are we going to play heads up while they play 3-handed instead of going to 5-handed final table? What a joke. That is such a disadvantage for this guy. I feel bad for him. But, if you guys weren't watching, I might have said yes. But with a hand that bad, let him have one. He's probably going to just really play really tight. Well, I'm getting 3-1. It doesn't matter what I have. Brick? He got me. But hey, going into the final table, 2nd place in chips, 11 bigs. Not bad. Wait, what's going on? There we go. I'm all in, buddy. It's the bubble. Shit. 6. Fade. No. Spade. Yes! Alright, we're in the money. Got the spotlights on. Final table. I just made that look really bad. Chip lead. Nothing to lose. Let's go. Let's fucking go. First prize in this tournament is $100. Does it have my name on it? I don't know, but I'm about to find out. So now the whole like shoving with anything isn't as applicable because we're in the money. The players have nothing to lose and everything to gain, so there's not that pressure of bubbling and not making any money. So I'm not going to be shoving as recklessly because people's calling ranges are much wider, which means they're going to be calling more often, and the shoves are going to be getting through less often. You're not going to be picking up that dead money. Yeah, yeah. Do they have deal making in these things? I don't know, but they do have blackjack. No. Overcome temptation. Shit. I'm all in. Oh, sick trap. Got me. Funny thing is, if he jammed, I would have just called anyway. Oh, I'm still in? Well, I'm gonna make the most epic comeback of all time. Maybe just let these guys play a pot, move up the payout structure, you know? Ah, all right, well. I was gonna shove blind, but then I got scared. This hand I'm covering my cards though. I think I'm priced in. What are my odds? 12 to 1? Okay, we're calling blind. So you guys watching the video are gonna know before we do whether we win this pot or not. We're going blind. He's got the 10 high. We probably have better than 10. We probably don't have better than that. Oh, wow. At least we had an out. Oh, couldn't make it to the money presentation. Next time. Well, I had fun. Hope you guys had fun watching it. As always, please leave me your comments on the video. Email me your requests, like us on Facebook, all that good stuff. Spread the word. We got lots of good poker strategy and fun talk to share with everybody. This has been Evan for Grips.com. Now it's your turn. Go out there and get stacking.